Hi, gang. Welcome to the Von Jono Predicament. We are not weird. Stop saying that. Listen, you think you're so high and mighty, sitting up there on your golden throne in your diamond palace, looking down at all of us, just because maybe, just maybe, is it so bad that we care passionately about women's sports, or kids' educations, or various candy mascots' genitalia? Are they functional, and is there a Miss Baby Ruth bar? If so, let me see her butthole. Buttholes are genitals, right? Yeah, I don't know, I think so. Anyway, we're not weird. And the least weird guy, I don't know, maybe of all time, is one Elon Musk, Elonio, as I call him. He's a very good friend, and legally, I am not allowed to call him a good friend anymore. And so, in addition to that legal action against me, he's also suing a bunch of advertisers for refusing to financially support him, which shouldn't be allowed. And who's to blame for this? Well, there's many answers, chief among them, Minnesota Governor Tim to the window, to the walls. Till the sweat dripped down Tim Walls. All them females crawl all the way to Tim Walls. Oh, Tim Walls, Tim Walls, Tim Walls. Oh, Tim Walls, Tim Walls, Tim Walls. He was recently chosen as a vice president by radical, communist, and potential C. Thomas Howell and Soul Man-esque fake black Kamala Harris. We'll break it all down. Talk about why this is a disastrous pick for the Democratic Party and how everyone knows it's going to result in a 51-state landslide, presuming we, of course, invade Canada. The first step, a series of traps using maple syrup and signed photos of Rick Moranis as bait. You learn so much here, and you'll learn even more when the show starts right in a jiffy. Hi guys, thanks for watching. Let me tell you something. With the way the radical left has been losing their mind lately, going absolutely bug nuts, banana pants, bonkers, you'd think they were on their period. Okay, so I did just recently learn what a period is. Apparently women will, once every 30 days or so, depends on what sign the moon is, they will shed the insides of their baby dojos, which is what their guts are, and then these women have to wear a diaper so they can catch the baby dojo guts, insides, flushing on out. But sometimes, instead of wearing a diaper, they wear what I believe is called a tampon, which is named after the city in Florida where they figured out a cure for all of this and then refused to share it with the world. But don't take my word on it. Just ask new vice presidential candidate Tim Tampa-on Waltz. This is all really gross. Do we have to keep talking about this? Listen, women, we have given you all of the necessary tools here. Various pills, and they have Kleenex with so much aloe on them, it'll knock your goddamn socks off, okay? Figure out your whole situation and stop trying to get us to solve all your problems. And I keep farting blood just because I'm pregnant or not pregnant or whichever one it is. But when I get pregnant, I want to kill the baby because that's what Mindy Kaling told me to do. I'm going to start an OnlyFans and make millions of dollars. Even though if men ever find out what the hole actually does, they'll run screaming away from even a still image of it. No one understands the female body better than me. And also they made up the female orgasm in the 90s just to sell more paperback novels. Meanwhile, we have Tim Waltz over here, who actually doesn't look like your kindly grandpa, and if he does, then you're just now remembering that your grandpa repeatedly touched you inappropriately. He's introducing radical communist platforms, like forcing you to pay for other kids' school lunches. And that's not your kid. You didn't bust in their mom. Or maybe you did, but you've rolled sixes in all the paternity tests thus far, and you shouldn't have to give your hard-earned money just so they can eat Salisbury steak or square pizza. Easily the wokest pizza shape. And of course, if Tim Walz is elected vice president of the United States, that's the country he's running in, write that down, he's gonna keep stealing your money and using it for things like tampons in the boys' bathroom, even though boys very rarely bleed out of any bottom holes. And he's going to keep taking your money and using it for equally insane things like tampons in the girls' bathrooms. Okay? We need to stop young women from using tampons because A, it's really gross and I don't want to think about it anymore. And also B, we are deflowering all of these precious preteen girls before they even have a chance to have their first sexual awakening, which will, of course, be at a Menudo concert. That's how bodies work. I know a lot. We're not weird, Tim Walz. He has a hidden dark history, I'm telling you. Back in 1995, and What a year that was. You know, Tim Allen, #1 movie, TV show, and book in the country. Damn, we used to be a proper nation. Anyway, same year, another Tim Walz, was arrested for drunk driving. Yeah. Cops pulled him over. He blew a .13 in that breathalyzer. And we need to do everything we can to make sure this dark history stays hidden. If people find out that he's that good at drunk driving, he's gonna sweep the Midwest. There is nothing people in Wisconsin respect more than drinking an entire 12er of Schlitz and then vomiting cheese curds on your new upholstery while you're doing 96 on the 95. It's their version of a quinceañera. And did you know Tim Walz was in the military? But you just wait a second. What if he actually wasn't that in? Because he claims to have been in the Minnesota National Guard from the mid-70s up through the late 90s, bravely protecting the people of Minnesota from, I don't know, who the hell were we fighting then? Like AIDS, synthesizers? I'm not sure. But whatever it was, when Tim Walz was ordered to go and actually serve his nation in the Iraq War, a war I was against from the start, and I was also 2 years old, I'm very young, gaga goo goo. Tim went ahead and waltzed his way on out of there. That's right, we're swift boating Tim Walz. Now, some of my viewers might be asking, what's a swift boat? And the answer is simple. Politics started in 2016, so don't worry about it and shut up. All you need to remember is that, in fact, Tim Walz faked his service in, I don't know, let's just say Vietnam. It's cleaner. And he also, of course, once molested Taylor Swift on a boat. So the name makes sense. It all makes sense. Tim Walz, if that even is his real name, and it probably isn't, it's most likely Timothy. Stop lying, Tim. Is a gay, Disney gay, Luciferian communist. And in fact, you're weird for not yelling about it. And Tim Walz wasn't even the Democratic Party's first choice. Pennsylvania Senator, maybe possibly he was a dog catcher, I'm not sure. Josh Shapiro was a strong candidate. But it turns out that he's Jewish, which Kamala Harris learned right after she saw his penis, which she then sucked. Kamala Harris sucks a lot of penises, and that's bad, and also we don't like that, right? Write it down. Point is, the Democratic Party is wildly anti-Semitic. Everyone knows it. And as a moderate centrist, I would like to kind of just not take a side on that. You see, my audience, they're a little divided. Half of them would like to see Israel murder every Palestinian alive, and the other half would also like to see Israel murder every Palestinian alive and then afterwards kill themselves. We have a wide tent here. Democrats are panicking. They know they're going to lose. Trump is easily going to win in a 51-state landslide. We just need to invade Toronto and make it a state, which shouldn't be too hard. What are they going to do? Fight back? But you're seeing diehard liberals leaving the wacky far left over and over again. First, you have me, who actually didn't leave the left. The left left me, and that left me lacking from the left. But you also have, of course, one Elon Musk. Easily the smartest man alive. He personally invented every single SpaceX rocket, as well as the concept of going into space. He came up with that. And he was as liberal as they come. I mean, he lived in California and had a trans child. But then later he realized that California is currently 98% homeless feces, and also his trans child is just mentally ill and kind of gross. See, he's evolving. So Elon Musk is now, alongside myself and/or James Woods and/or Billy Ray Cyrus, a moderate centrist. So he has openly supported Donald Trump and promised to give him $45 million every single month. Now, he did later decide not to do that and, in fact, give Donald Trump no money, but that's just because Donald Trump doesn't need it. He's a billionaire and is guaranteed to win. Elon Musk doesn't want to make things too easy for him because Elon values hard work. How do you think he made all his money, okay? That's right. People worked really hard in his father's emerald mines. The number one thing Elon Musk cares about, far more than money or being called lay epic by Cat Turd, is, of course, free speech. That's why he paid $44 billion, 9 zeros, write it down, for the website X.com, which, interestingly, has always been called that. And sure, there was the brief moment where Antifa took him hostage and said that if he didn't file a lawsuit to try to get out of buying the website, they'd, of course, shoot him in the head with a gun and also trans his remaining 47 children. But Elon got out of that, presumably through karate. He's really cool. And now he owns X.com, a haven free speech. But not everyone agrees with Elon Musk, a very large man with a normal penis and level of divorced energy. Some advertisers, which are people that usually pay money in order to have their products featured alongside, whatever it is we call those posts on X.com. If only we had an easy term for that. But some of these advertisers, they have decided to pull their money from X.com, which is, quite frankly, extremely rude. They think it's hurting their brand just to have a Tostino's pizza roll commercial next to Groyper 1488 69 429 11 pointing out that trans people were made up by BET in order to enforce full-on luxury gay space Marxism. But there's no evidence of that, okay? There's no evidence of the posts hurting their advertisers. There's no proof of that. There's a lot of proof about the space Marxism. Elon is not taking this lying down. He's also not able to lie down anymore due to all the cybernetic enhancements. But whatever position he's going to be in, he's going to be in that position while suing this shady cabal of advertisers who are refusing to buy ad space on Twitter, which I think we can all agree should count as cyberbullying. And in a strong move against bullying, which is very mean, and you should stop it, and also maybe you have bitch tits, he's taking legal action and demanding that they continue buying ads, or at least keep paying him. He can not run the ads if you want. Just send him a check and keep the ads. But I don't know. If we don't have new ads, though, where are we going to find our next charming spokesperson like the Budweiser frog or that chick from Progressive with big tits and a cognitive disability? Now, to be fair to these advertisers, which you shouldn't do, being fair is for gay communists, there have been some conflicting reports about what to do. Okay. On one hand, everyone has been telling them, we love free speech. I support X.com, a website that's always been called that. Give them money so speech can finally be free. But on the other hand, there was a source inside X who kind of suggested otherwise.
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But
go f*** yourself.
Now, there were some subtle signs you might have picked up on that Elon Musk might not have wanted advertisers there. Now, I know it was hard to pick up because the main takeaway of the video is, man, this dude has such a cool leather jacket and is currently very in control of his ketamine intake. His kids must love him. But what those who are criticizing Elon, again, all of them dorks who I bet have never landed a rocket or busted inside a Canadian synth musician, what they all fail to take into account is this. He's African American. So that means, according to the left, you're not allowed to criticize him. Okay? Plus, the logo for X.com is, of course, an X, which is very close to the Wakanda Forever symbol. Wakanda forever. So actually, by boycotting Elon Musk's products and services, then perhaps they are actually the ones silencing melanated voices. I remain not racist, you are, and Elon Musk is easily the least racist man of all time because he's literally blacker than Kamala Harris because Jamaica isn't even Africa. Very different skull shapes. Stop saying we're weird. So let's offer up a prayer circle and perhaps even a blowing of the shofar, if you will, to the blackest man in America, Elon Musk. He is personally taking a variety of slings and arrows. Some are even saying outrageous fortune just for you and your freedom of speech. In fact, a few weeks ago, he was giving a rally and some lunatic left-winger, I think it was Nancy Pelosi herself, shot him in the head because the ear is the head. And that promptly caused Tenacious D to break up. Also, I might be confused about some of the details there. For example, there is a 35% chance that Elon Musk is actually Asian. But regardless, stop trying to not buy things from him. It only makes sense. Very normal. All right, gang. Thanks for watching. We're not weird. If anyone else calls you weird out there, anyone's like, oh, look at this weirdo, show them this video and go, this is how normal we are. Look at my phone. Look, that's not a phone. That's a piece of cardboard you've just written Steve Vongino on, and then you got to say, like and subscribe. Because everyone's got to like and subscribe, guys. I'm down. I got all my socials down there. I'm on X.com, a website that's always been called that. I am on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Okay? I'm posting all sorts of fun stuff. And most importantly, I'm on Patreon.com, which is French Patreon. You can only be French. They're the only culture I respect. No culture has given less of a shit about Me Too than the French. Let the record state. Okay? Maybe. Point is, patreon.com, go in there. $5 a month, guys. You get exclusive bonus content. You get a weekly bonus episode where I'm riffing on some fun YouTube videos and stuff. You get access to raw feeds, okay? All the outtakes, me just belching on camera. You get all that, baby. And you get, most importantly, an executive producer credit. Now, all of these people are saviors of the West. Some are saying of the white race. They are going to be sued as part of Elon's lawsuit against advertisers. I think he mixed up some paperwork and he believes you guys are all advertisers of some nature. So that's unfortunate, but it's fine. It's fine. He's going to take all your money, your house, your car, your underpants, but it's all going to go towards free speech. So that's exciting. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I got another video coming out right soon. And until next time.
Till the sweat dripped down tin walls. Remember that song? Good song.
Shut up and sit down.